Hello, my name is Mai Tai, and I just got accepted into Otis College of Art and Design with a $23,000 renewable scholarship. And I want to show you my 10 works that I submitted in my portfolio to kind of demonstrate, you know, what it takes to be accepted into art school with a scholarship, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I really did not expect to get this. I just applied I applied to UCLA and UC Irvine, and I just applied to Otis as, a dream. And when I saw that scholarship in the decision letter after I applied, I screamed and almost shat my pants in excitement. Oh my fucking god. It was literally the moment that made my life. I have been in school for the last 6 years in community, eking away my credits and my time in community college, doing jobs that were totally beneath me. And this next step is my calling. And I really want to show you what a sculpture and new genres portfolio looks like that gets a half-ride scholarship. So let's go. So this is my Otis portfolio, which got a $23,000 scholarship. And some advice on how to compile your portfolio, which I found useful, is that you want to start strong, mix your less impactful pieces in the middle, and end strong. But ideally, you want to be strong throughout. And it is also very important that you share your portfolio and get constructive feedback from your peers, such as your friends, especially your artist friends, your art professors, your relatives that appreciate art, anybody whose art opinion you respect. Anyways, let's start off with my conceptual pieces. This one is called No/On, and it was made in 2015 with caution tape and clear tape. Short story of it is that it is about rape. And I won't go into detail because it will make this video like at least 20 minutes long. But I was going through it. I experienced rape. I made this piece to process it. And not a lot of people got it. Even though it was quite clear to me that this was about boundary infractions and the dichotomy of rape victim psychology, such as hyposexuality and hypersexuality. The duality of no, the duality of on. Anyways, let me continue to this piece. So, last piece had yellow tape. This piece also has yellow tape. And it's called Dream of Burning Car. And I was inspired by the burning cars that I see everywhere in music videos, and that inspired me to paint the interior of my wrecked Honda Accord black. So I covered the surfaces with tape and sticker paper to make the paint easier to adhere to, except for the windshield, which you can see here that it is kind of splotchy, but that's okay because it gives it a smoky vibe. This is totally about how everyday spaces that we're familiar with, such as the interiors of cars, can quickly turn into sinister sensory deprivation chambers with a simple transformation. This next piece is called Relativity 6, and it is a light painting that I took in 2018, and it is of Christmas lights and some red stage light at this queer space show in LA. And I use quick motion with my hands to take this photo, and it somehow created this almost perfectly straight line, all these perfectly straight lines. So I included this because I wanted to showcase that I can go deep into abstraction, but also it's an abstraction of a real thing. And this piece is the only illustration that I submitted. Is called Carl Sagan Marx, and it is of an LGBT comrade astronaut voguing in different dimensions. And I made this out of gel pen in 2018. And these pieces, this and the last piece, I wanted to show that I can go representational too. And this is a ceramic piece that I did called Still Earth. It's a play on words with stillbirth and still earth. Yeah, it was a total accident in the studio. The blue cast on the fetus was not my intention, but it just made this piece even more powerful of a commentary on the climate crisis. And back to abstraction, this piece is called Atlas, and I made this as a material investigation, like a tiny sculpture, in 2015. And it got displayed in the little cabinet outside the sculpture room. So I got this great photo of it, and it is of a ball that I covered in sand and broken auto glass that I glued together with hot glue. And Atlas, it's named Atlas as in the Greek myth of the Greek god that carries the earth on his shoulders and walks around the sun carrying the earth. And I continued investigating space with glass with this one called binary star system. And it is made from broken glass, a broken black light bulb, and a broken champagne flute. And this piece I made independently in 2016. And it wasn't a class assignment. I just made it to make it. And but it to me is representative of the toxic relationship between a black hole and a star, where the black hole sucks the star material as they revolve around each other. And to me, this was totally my relationship with my toxic ex in 2016. So, yeah. And this one is called Silicate Core. I finished it in 2020. And it is a microcosm of the process of planetary accretion, which creates planets. Rocky planets, specifically. The Earth's crust is made entirely of silicates, but in the beginning, about 4.5 billion years ago, when the Earth was forming in the solar disk, a bunch of pressure from the impacts of asteroids and space debris created the core of the Earth. And as I was making this with hot glue and pressing together the broken glass pieces with my bare hands, I was thinking about how, like, I'm making a tiny little planet. And, yep, that's Silicate Core. And this piece is called... oh, fuck, I forgot the name of it. But it's made from Ziploc gallon bags. And it was installed in the courtyard of LA Valley College in 2015. And this was a mandala that I made from Ziploc bags as a part of a series of organic shapes that are created from these super mundane material that is incredibly disposable. Yet by elevating this material into sculpture and in an installation, I am upheaving the disposability. I'm upheaving the disposability of this material. I'm upheaving I'm transcending the ordinary. And finally, this piece that I returned to after 5 years and completed in 2020, called Synthesis, is made from sandwich Ziploc bags. And it is named after the process of photosynthesis, which plant cells gain life. And it's about how these disposable materials gain new life as these mandala pieces that are archived and kept and stored as art pieces. So yeah, that is my portfolio. Thank you for looking at it with me and hearing me ramble.